Happy Mother's Day, How do I look? Actually, I forgot my wig. Here's my wig. I actually had a wig that I bought a while ago, which I left at my mom's house. But happy Mother's Day, guys. I think, is Mother's Day a universal thing, like on the same fucking date? Or is it just in Australia that it's on the 12th? Anyways, how do you like my outfit? I thought this was a good occasion for Mother's Day right here. Hey, who's in the chat? You what? Smile or go bye bye. Roadrunner, JD Pest. Do I look cute? Literally last minute fucking thing. I was like, you know what? I don't feel like playing Resident Evil today. We'll fucking look on the Steam library, and I ended up choosing fucking Slay the Princess. I don't know what it is, but apparently it's got really good ratings. Mummy? How are you guys going today? Is it all Mother's Day for you guys as well? Or is it just Australia? I swear. I think I have a friend, an editor, Jonelle, in Scotland, and he said Mother's Day was like last month. So I don't know if it's fucking Alteron. Thanks for tuning in as always. What's up, bro? Let me look this shit up. Is Mother's Day an international thing? Desktop capture. Here you go. Where is it? Is Mother's Day the same date for everywhere? Oh, it's on different days. Bro looks better in the outfit than 80% of girls. Damn, Lee pulling the bitches. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Face red, heart shape. I don't know. I should have like thrown up the chat. Can I do that? Actually, maybe I can do that. Let me throw up the chat in this desktop view. How do I do that? Chat highlight. Chat box. Here we go. Does this work? Boom. Now hopefully everyone can see the chat box. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Mother's Day is tomorrow in the US. True. So let me look at this shit. Google. What can you tell me? Mother's Day in the US is... That didn't tell me anything. Doesn't even have the fucking dates. Anyways, happy Mother's Day. Hey Mike, thanks for tuning in this time. You missed 2 weeks in a row. What's going on? Roadrunner. So Lee, I'm asking you for the last time. Can I get your girlfriend and you as well? Hey, you can have both of us. As long as you get both of us. It doesn't come... you can't take us by ourselves. So, this is my plan for today, right? This is what I looked up. We're on Steam, right? Slay the Princess. This is what I downloaded today. For today's stream. It was on 20% off as well. I love my bargains. Have you guys ever heard of this game? Slay the Princess. I was looking for kind of like Mother's Day games. There was a horror game which looked okay, but I don't know, this game kind of looks pretty lit. Can you increase your volume just a little bit? Yes. How do I do that? My volume's already on 1. Let me turn it up. Wait, no, I can't actually turn it up any higher, unfortunately. Or is the music too loud? Well, the music's off now. But yeah, I mean, I guess if we're going to play this, then, hey, this is going to be a new experience for all of us. Happy Mother's Day, Mum. Happy Mother's Day, son. Gamer Boy Zenko. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, let's I guess this is a whole fresh experience for all of us, right? If we're going to play this. Overwhelmingly positive. I'm I'm a sheep, so I just like things that are well rated. Couldn't comment on your two recent shorts. Was out of town for work. Sorry, Pookie. No stress, man. Appreciate you nonetheless. Let's launch this game up. So this is what we have right now. Let me turn the music up. Let me know if you guys can hear that. So I'm going in this blind. I don't know what the fuck this game is about. I feel like this isn't even the type of the game that I usually play. I think this is kind of like a novel, right? Hey JP, good morning, or should I say good afternoon? Happy Mother's Day. Tell Mum I said Happy Mother's Day, and I'll see you tonight. Controls. Oh, there's controls. Even though I feel like we don't really need controls for this type of game. Quick save is F5. That's all I fucking need to know, so I can go back. All right, let's start this game. Let's see what this is all about. Apparently, this is really good. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh yeah.
You're here to slay her.
Fuck that,
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, okay, so it's got, I guess, options. End of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch of Viva Revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. Looks creepy. It's 4 AM right now, so hopefully I don't shit my pants. I think it's... Isn't? It's more like psychological horror. I don't think it's actually like creepy. Well, I hope you guys don't mind me just choosing fucking whatever options. I should probably move my camera actually. Let me move it down here so you guys can see. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking choose something. Do I get a reward for fucking killing this bitch? What was that option? Here we go.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay, cool.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
That doesn't sound that bad. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the
This
cabin.
is a very chill
Why would
game,
you
right?
be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
No more Lee.
Make it this far, you might as well reach
This is
the end
Liana.
of your journey.
Yeah. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise,
I know,
we
right?
are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Rihanna. I've always kind of wished that I
It's
had
no
like
use
a
arguing
cool voice
semantics
like that.
over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the
Okay,
unless of course
I'm fucking over this explanation. I don't really care about anything else. Actually, what is my prize?
it's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Hell yeah, let's kill this princess then. Look, I'll go into the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Yeah, I'm sold.
As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all
Aren't
be
I
smooth
drinking today?
sailing.
Should I be drinking today? To all the mums out there.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Ooh, yeah.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save
Who the
princesses,
fuck
not
is
slay
this
them.
guy? I don't need the voice of the hero in my head.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm gonna trust the narrator. Fancy girly cocktails.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind drinking while we're going through this. But I am saving my calories for dinner tonight for Mother's Day. If I get jump scared, take a shot. I don't know if there is any jump scares in this, to be honest. Hey, Semantic Dragon, how you going?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
It's kind of scary.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Slay the princess? Or are we slaying the princess? Both.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Ooh,
She
scary.
sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi. Just go. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
She sounds seductive. But it's okay, we've got a girlfriend, so she
You
can't fool
walk down
any
the
of us.
stairs.
Fuck
and
this
lock
bitch,
eyes
look
with
at
the
her.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to
She's
the
clearly
far
a bad
wall of
person.
the basement. She's so coldly beautiful.
Shut up, voice of the hero.
Is she really a threat to the world?
Voice of the hero is an
Focus on the
absolute cock.
task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, trustworthy for sure. What options should we choose? Okay, yeah, you call me. I'm here to slay you. I hate her already. Hey, actually, but let's just be blunt. You know, I'm here to fucking kill
That
you.
isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade.
That is fucking cuck in my head. Voice of the hero.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Agreed. Let's just kill her. I wonder what happens. Like, does the story just end straight away? Because I would just do what I'm told. I would
Ignore
prefer the
trembling in your
narrator.
hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
She sounds menacing.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening
she's not exactly
as you
begging for
steel
her
your
life.
resolve.
If she's locked up for being beautiful, then Lee should be in maximum security prison. It's Liana, yeah. Thank you for the correction. For some reason, my Fucking Emil, how you going, dude? My screen is like very dark. I can't really see the names of everyone.
Oh?
Happy Mother's
we're
Day, Emil.
talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Because I've got a knife.
I'm
Shoddy.
probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
The narrator makes it sound so easy, but I feel like she's clearly fucking got superpowers. Yeah, what if she
You go
kills
into
us?
this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Liam, happy Mother's Day, bro. Can't wait to see you next week. Throw the knife.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with
Tell
each
everyone I
other?
said hi, Liam. Have you watched ESC Final? I don't know what ESC is. Am I meant to know what it is? Should we keep talking to her, or should we just slit her throat? Let's just humor her a little bit. I'm not dropping the
Then
blade.
I'm not talking to you.
No, I fucking just slay. Alright, let's just kill her.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking
The
you to
hell?
the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
She's a fucking
But she doesn't stop there.
MMA
She kicks you a few
fucking
times
world
with
champion. What the
the
heck?
pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones,
Jesus.
making sure you stay down.
Oh, I haven't seen the Eurovision Song Contest. It's not really
As
something
you
I follow.
lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
Fucking
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You
narrator
had the upper hand,
baited me.
and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
I'm meant to be acting out what's happening right now.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is.
Game over.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, fuck. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
Oh, it's a
is
time loop.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it
think the
will be
music
the
changed,
end
though.
of the world.
Wait, but hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Hey, have you heard of this game, Emil? Apparently this has got overwhelmingly positive reviews. That's why I wanted to try it out.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
The Dows.
What does it matter what he knows?
Bruh.
There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Oh, we've got a new voice in our head now.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Nah, let's not question the narrator. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oceanic, thanks for the follow.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Hello, Buffman. Hello. Who's the narrator? Kind of Hero's second personality or what? I think the narrator is the narrator, right? I think the voice of the hero is meant to be the voice in our head.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're
Or is
capable
also
of
cut.
doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Don Bacon, thanks for the follow, bro.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore
now I'm on
their
the hero
bickering,
side.
and whatever you
Shut
do,
the fuck
don't
up.
pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Is that Shake Shack? Hey, I want some
I agree.
burgers.
If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Proceed to the
If
cabin.
that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Actually, one thing you guys should get is also like a surround sound speaker system. I've got one at the moment, so I don't have to wear
interior of the
headphones, and
cabin
it's
is
so
larger
fucking
and
good.
more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive
is
marble
different.
altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
The room just changed.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
What sports do I watch? I don't watch any sports. I find sports really boring to watch. I would much prefer play the sport. You didn't say anything about a mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
It's my favorite big schlong streamer chatting. What's up, bro? You mean small schlong?
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are.
Massive for
It would only make
a
things
dwarf,
worse.
so I guess that's like what? Slightly below average for a normal human being.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
Hey, Bull, thanks for the follow. Mike, you're saying what sport I play if I do
He
play sport?
knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I used to play rugby, a little bit of soccer, or football, I guess is what you call it. And I used to do taekwondo as well. But yeah, I guess I was quite athletic. I never really had like a dedicated sport though. At least after college. I want to look at myself. I want to see that. I want to see how handsome I am. Fuck yeah, I want to see how
Please
handsome I am.
don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are. I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Let's approach the mirror. There's definitely a fucking
Walk
mirror.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and
Damn,
rub
look at
your
these
hand
gorgeous
against the
hands.
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left.
Actually, I was pretty
unseen.
shit at rugby. Actually, no, I would say I was good at training, but because I was very antisocial and I didn't know how to communicate back then, I was the winger, so I didn't really speak to anyone. I just stayed on the side during games. I never called out for the ball. Oh, the mirror's gone.
You
Let's
take
just
the
take the
blade
blade.
from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, rugby was pretty hard. I mean, like, it was in
door to
high
the
school, so
basement
we
creaks
were all quite
open,
young.
revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
She sounds like a fucking devil now.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Alright, let's continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you,
Damn,
almost
shorty.
glowing
Is that a
in the
see-through
weak
dress?
starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain
She's
binds
floating
her
now.
wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has
Hey, she
returned
went
to
Suicide.
me. I wonder what he wants.
Where's her high heels going?
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Fuck no.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
Do I want to intend to focus on bodybuilding? I guess the only thing that I would maybe look into exploring is powerlifting. But my main focus is looking good, so I think bodybuilding is kind of just like a, you know, what was that word? A side thing to that.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us.
This guy is a cuck. I thought the
You
hero was a
wouldn't
cuck. This
understand
guy
what
is a
it
cuck.
feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Yeah, she's into like some BDSM.
Are you still trying to
I will
defy
kneel.
me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me.
She's a
And yet
dommy mommy
here
type,
you
huh?
are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
What are my thoughts on calisthenics and CrossFit? I mean, if
What draws you
that's
back
your goal,
here
then
beyond
go
the
for it.
empty
Honestly, I
halls
don't
of
really have
death?
any bad things to say about them. CrossFit people are
Speak.
jacked, and calisthenic people are really aesthetic, and it's cool. But
The
it's
last
just
time
not my
we
goal,
met,
really.
I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you
Knees
do,
weak,
don't tell her
arms
why
sweaty,
you're here.
bruised
It's
cheeks.
best not to give her any ideas.
What should we say? Let's just keep saying no. I
Perhaps
think she's into
you
this.
need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
She's gonna make us kill ourselves, isn't she?
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but as your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Can't choose anything else. Alright, guess we gotta pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
Stab it.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation.
Why does it still
The
seem like we're
moment
kneeling?
seems
Or is
to
she just
last a
super tall?
lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come, dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and
Oh, shit.
slit your throat.
What?
Oh
Don't
shit.
have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Oh, we're gonna have to kill ourselves.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
So you were UK wizard rejecting women? Oh, we got an option to slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward.
We're the main character,
One
let's
step
fucking
at a
kill her.
time, you move towards the princess.
Slit in your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to
Damn.
stop.
Happy Mother's Day, guys.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her. It's what she wants.
Guess we gotta do what Mommy
You
wants us to do.
heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just
This
let
but a
this happen.
scratch.
Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to
Jesus.
slice bits of skin that prop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
Hey, Jose. Happy Mother's Day, dude. Thanks for the 1,000 bits once again.
Happy Mother's Day.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god.
Okay, good night and bye, chat. Need some sleep. Have fun, Leanna. Love you, bro. Love you, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Happy Mother's Day.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Let's fucking slay this
You can
princess.
pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open
Take her
air
out with
of
us.
the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will. You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet.
Mummy?
Your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
I knew this is what she was into.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your
told you this is
defiant
what she's into.
spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
I reckon she's into me.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal,
I knew
but as
she was
something
into
worthy
this.
to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I mean, clearly, if she's into this, the right answer is slay the princess, right?
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
What a pickup line.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the
She
soft
is
flesh of
playing
her
low-key.
ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
She's clearly not a god if she
falls to the
bleeds.
floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
Fuck this bitch.
But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Happy Mother's Day,
As
bitch.
you find your target again and again.
Oh, she's
with arms,
smiling. I knew she likes
emotion
this.
Breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling
Oh shit.
wet pop
The MMA
as your spine
fucking
breaks.
world champion's back.
Numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives
Told you she
her
was enjoying
fist
it.
into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
This is
You
just
made me
foreplay.
use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor.
Hey,
Her
God
glassy
Killer
eyes
achievement.
watch,
I don't know if you guys
unblinking,
saw that.
yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Hey, Josh. How you going, bro? Happy Mother's Day, dude. What you doing here?
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
What am I looking at? This is Slay the Princess. Some sort of like novel game that has really good ratings. So I was like, you know what? I'll fucking try it for Mother's Day.
I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's
We just killed
finally over.
the princess,
Thank you.
apparently.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3. Mom and Dad are traveling to Korea and Japan?
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh shit, what's
At the
happening?
end of the path. Okay, what the hell is that?
Yeah, Minso's going to Korea as well next month. Without me. Which
I
sucks.
think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about?
You're not
He
going
just
with them?
killed a god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. We'll get over it. Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path.
This is basically like Dark
The end
Souls.
of
We
that
just
path
respawn.
is that if your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. And it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given
Is the
me
music
2 seconds to finish
really
my
loud?
thought, I would have said that.
Let's turn the music a little bit.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if
Great, so much
reality
better.
seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
We've basically got Dark Souls abilities. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here to do anything else, and I fucking can't read. I said it before, I haven't gone to school in fucking ages, and I feel like I've gotten dumber. If I don't slay her, or I just stay here, or do anything else, and we hit this point of no return, then what happens? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are the cabin. We might as well see this through. Let's just choose this one.
Then what
And I need
happens?
to pee.
Have you
Be right
even
back.
been listening? It's the end is what happens.
Alright, we back. This wig is not it. Anyway.
Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Alright. We might as well see this through.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
And
That's it? No final words of advice?
you guys see up my skirt?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten.
It's changed
There
again.
was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Remember, no means yes, dad's dating advice. Legit though, that's especially what the princess wants. You didn't mention the mirror last time. Why?
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost him, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Agree. Let's also take the blade.
Take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and
Hey,
save
you said
good.
this before.
Nothing feels better.
Let's approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Let's look in the
You
mirror.
reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
And it disappears.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the
She
stairs.
speaks once again.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why?
You've got to stop thinking
Yes
about
means
her
no.
like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and
They
for
clearly
all.
haven't seen Dark Souls. All of the
Whatever she was
godlike things are fucking evil.
our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying. and we've got the means to do it. So if I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood.
She was
a
a devil.
deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's
Happy
not
Mother's
so
Day.
much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she
She's a
is
fucking
coming
devil.
for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Tea gloving. Wait, we don't have to do this. I'm sorry, okay? Please just listen to us. I'm gonna end this. Yeah, let's fucking slay the princess. Why would we even change our mind at this point? I'm gonna end
You'll
you.
try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's
88. I
hurt
knew
each
she
other.
freaking likes this. She's into this.
Your heart free of
Shit, here we
fear,
go.
you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
It's like fucking Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
This heartbeat is freaking loud. Let me turn this down as well. Can I do that? It's so freaking loud.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Oh shit.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Hey, that's what you get. Oh, there's no narration anymore. True to her word, you do not die by her hand. Something is taken away and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, we were the princess this entire time. I am the princess. The narrator's gone.
Yes. Does that mean the world ended? The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror, right? She pulled a TP.
Something dreadful
Slash
about
TP.
it. I don't think you should. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I'm already Leanna in the dress. You are the true princess,
don't want to
right?
look
That's what the
at this.
game is trying to tell us. That's why there's a mirror. It's like, you're the true princess. Approach the
Begging
mirror.
you, don't do this.
Fuck you. Let's look at the
It's
mirror.
different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
And it's me. You approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Hey, look, it's me. Told you I'm the princess. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin, and it's the princess.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The game is 100%, 110% right that I'm the princess. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Do you know the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? I guess we might as well just ask it questions, right? Is this meant to be the princess? Oh wait, this is the fragile vessel, I'm assuming. And the voice is these like hands.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
This is a fucking head spinner.
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
This is clearly like an alien.
I think that you are like me.
No, we're not.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I'm the fucking princess.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
She's like a girl on the first day who wants to seem smarter than she is and talks about everything and nothing at the same time.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Why am I doing what this thing tells me to do? And what if I don't let you do this to me? How much do I have to find? How will I forget? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? Oh, I can't attack it anymore. Alright, let's say... What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces do I have to find? I was sent here to slay the princess. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Literally trying to sound smart about everything and nothing at the same time. I'm not going back. I'm gonna wait.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished.
But you are me.
What textures will you weave for yourself to
to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into
shut
before
up,
you
shut up.
close that box? Will you become another you in another world? You'll always come
Okay, let's skip this dialogue. Oh, did the game crash? The game crashed. I think I beat the game. No way. Is that literally... Don't tell me we have to start again.
You have returned to me.
Oh, I'm back.
Though you were gone mere moments, I
Oh.
never left your side.
Rupert, thanks for the follow. Wait, I think the game was meant to crash. I'm pretty sure the game was meant to crash. Hold on, let me scale this up for you guys. There we go. Hey, Digitalized World. How you going? What did you say before? I think the game was actually meant to crash. What does this do? Let me quick save. Oh, here we go. You can see the last dialogue. If you close that box, you'll become another you in another world. An imaginary pattern. You always come back to the box because you always want to know what it means. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine. Mate, I don't know. This is kind of like that literature club thing, right? Happy to see you on Twitch now. Yeah, I'm the multi-streaming still, so I'll be on YouTube and Twitch. Alright, let's just make
She
me feel.
asks that I tell you to remember her.
Hey, 4Cs, how you going?
You won't.
Or is that you, Rupert? Oh, we're back at chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the
This is a
basement of
mindfuck
that
of a
cabin
game.
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on your controller. Okay, let's... I think these are all the same dialogue. Right? You look so good, baby. Hey, Brody. You don't have work today. How you going, dude? Anybody been playing solo leveling? You mean watching? Is there actually a game, like a solo leveling game? How much would you rate the game out of 10 with your experience till now? Honestly, this isn't really my type of game, but I'm kind of invested in this story. I think you can win this game. Like, it's kind of meant to be like a time loop kind of thing. Like, if we continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
True, there's some mobile
You'll
games
find
for
the
solo leveling.
princess within. A warning.
Right, so if I press tab, I can like skip through this. Like if we take the blade
You
again.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
It's kind of hard to rate this game when it's like not really the type of game that I
The
usually
door to
play.
the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an
They made a gacha
oppressive
game?
place. The
Budget
air feels
Genshin.
heavy and damp.
True.
A hint of
Nah.
rot filtering from the
Haven't
ancient.
played it.
Her voice carries up the.
Who's there?
She sounds
Just checking in on you. We said hi last time, right? Let's just say we're checking in on her.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
I guess the game
binding
wants
her
us
to
to
the
like
far
explore
wall of the
nearly all the
basement.
options. Let's just steal our nerves and step forward this time. Because last time she fucking MMA'd
You
us.
step forward, your grip on...
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Oh wait, we said that last time.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
What do we want to do this time? Do we want to try kill her again? Let's just keep trying to talk to her.
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
She's gonna fucking... Oh, what do we choose? What do we choose? Do we kill her again? I think the game wants us to choose different options. Let's drop the blade this time.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
The developers of Battlerite just released the full version of Vampire Rising. I did see that game. I didn't know it was made by the same people though. Apparently it's rated pretty good, but isn't it like a story
We'll
game?
be fine.
Like a co-op game? Or is it like a multiplayer game that's kind of like Battlerite? Did she do something bad? Oh, we killed her last time. Apparently we were meant to kill her, and she was some sort of devil.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
though.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship. Are you coming on to me? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Are you into me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
And it goes feisty. Do you know why I'm here to
Do
kill you?
you?
Yes.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this
It's kind of like
isn't
Rust.
talking.
Rust? How does that work? I might have to check it out. I thought it was like kind of Path of Exile type of game. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't...
I don't really want to ask her name because I don't give a fuck.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness. Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
True, that sounds pretty cool, Brody. I might have to check it out.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Alright, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You're a bitch.
You know why you're here.
I'm gonna keep you locked down here. At least for a bit, we can get to know each other better. Nah, let's fucking just slay her.
Doubt,
Oh, shit.
unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt
gonna
to run
MMA
her
us
through.
again. Look, I don't know, bro. It's like a novel game. It had really good ratings though. I want to execute her.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
This happened this is literally happened last time. You fucked us up.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Not gonna lie, her shoulders look cut in that down angle.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting
What
you
about
and the
me?
princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more,
Oh, this is
each
different.
impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Flee and lock her in the basement? Fuck no.
You and the
Finish the
princess
job.
stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she
Hey,
won't
we're losing
make
to
it
a
out
girl.
of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final
shit.
time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain,
She's
falling
literally
forward
winning
and
against the
sinking
knife.
your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The
She's so
princess
into this.
gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes
And we're
dark.
dead again. This is like
and
the
you
fourth time we've
die.
died. Chapter 2, The Adversary. Wasn't the Towers Chapter 2?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
We've seen this dialogue like 10 million times. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all.
Oh,
Not
but we've
that
got a
it
new voice
matters.
in our head.
It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever.
Are we
Are
clear?
you clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination.
This is
The only
a
furniture
different
of note
interior again.
is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it.
Let's take the blade
You take the blade from the
and we'll
altar.
look at the mirror again.
It would be difficult to slay the princess. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and
And it's
rub
the
your
fucking
hand
wall
against
again.
the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Into the basement. I'm not gonna lie, this game's kind of boring now. Let's fucking finish this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase.
I'm not
Its
into
walls pressing at your
light novel
sides and
games.
tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
I knew she was a
This
fucking
isn't what she sounded like last time.
UFC
Her
champion.
voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to... As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like
How
she
many
could rip those
forms does
chains out of
like
the
a
wall
princess
without a
have?
second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Oh, you look different.
You look exactly the same.
All right, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will.
What?
You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing?
Wait, that's kind of cool. Like,
Maybe. You did seem
we
to
didn't
just
address it, and then
gloss
Nareda picked
over
it
the
up.
whole thing for a while. Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. But you don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned,
It's kinda like
the
a
fate of
Stanley
my
Parable.
world
This guy
is
reminds me
still
of the Stanley
very much
Parable.
on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy. No, I don't know what you're talking about I've never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? Would someone as alive as me already have died? I didn't think so. Don't worry, I'm going to do a good job. You got me. Pretty much everything you said is true. Do we lie to the narrator? Let's just go with the first
You're joking,
answer.
right? I'm just going to pretend that you're joking. Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you...
So you do remember me. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive. Yeah, let's ask her that question. Oh, wait, we've got other options. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. Let's just ask this question.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Should we free her? So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life.
Jesus,
So,
she's a fucking
why
freak.
don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Or let's just do something that she doesn't want us to do. Let's free her.
Free her? You aren't.
Because she's clearly into this.
I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the state...
Who says I want to be free?
If you don't want to be free, then what do you want? Me? Anyone? Why wouldn't you want to be free? Let's just remain
Are you
silent.
really just gonna not say anything to that? If she doesn't want to leave, doesn't this whole situation just work out for everyone?
There's nothing out there for me. The only thing I care about is
Or
right
can't we just
here.
walk away because that's what she doesn't want?
All I want is to keep knowing what it feels like to kill you and be killed by you.
Yeah, she's a fucking freak.
I want to feel that knife split me open. I want to feel your bones snap beneath my fists.
Jesus.
I think I'll just let the princess speak for herself here. Leaving her in the basement isn't an answer.
And there's only
Why not?
one choice worth making.
Let's just leave her. Oh, we can actually turn around. I don't know what happened, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. Let's just fucking turn around.
This path is already worn by travel and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again.
What?
Change your course.
I didn't do that last time. Should we just free the princess then? Gooba, how you going? Thanks for tuning in. You've tuned into a kind of a boring game. We're kind of just going through this little light novel thing. Let's just free
I'm
the
sorry,
princess.
did I hear that right? Did you just say you're going to try and free her?
She doesn't even want to be free.
Exactly. So beyond the apocalyptic moral implications of letting her out, how do we even think that's going to work? I mean, we have a weapon, right? We could always just cut her out, yeah? While she's trying to kill you. Yeah, why not?
Hey, the narrator wants to see a WWE fight. I don't want to see a WWE fight. She fucking cracked our skull last time.
And then what? Do you think she'll just follow you out of here? Maybe. I don't know. It's worth a shot, isn't it? No, it's not.
Narrator, a pro instigator. let's do it.
Actually,
We're
no,
freeing the princess.
You're not. I have a responsibility to the world here, and I'm not just going to let you throw yourself into a scenario where the literal best outcome is the end of everything. Until you come up with any other idea,
She's not wearing any
your
panties.
body remains standing rigidly in place. What do you think you're doing? You can't just order our body around like it's some sort of doll. Watch me. Your left arm lifts towards the ceiling and your hand twists into an obscene gesture. See? I can make you do whatever
Hey,
I
fuck
want.
you.
So what? You barely managed to lift our arm.
What are you doing? What is that? Why are you moving so weird?
The princess, taken aback, flashes
Happy Mother's
her
Day,
own
bitch.
rude gesture in return. Hey, you, decision maker. I want us to fight her as much as he wants us to kill her, but this is boorish. Just ignore him. If you want to try and free her, I don't think there's much he can do to actually stop you.
Alright, let's free this princess.
You know what? Fine. Blade in hand, you charge forward to try and free the princess from her bindings.
Here we go. She's got her fucking UFC champion's back. She's gonna fucking break
Finally.
our skull.
I have no idea what you were just doing, but I'm glad it's over.
As you slash across her wrist, her elbow comes crashing down on your skull. An unsettling crack echoes in your ears. It's a devastating blow. Your body crumples to the floor, limbs suddenly refusing to respond. This might be it.
That's it, huh? You've gotten really soft.
Everything goes dark.
Damn, she
And you
fucking
die.
one punched us.
Really? In just one blow? Yes. Oh, come on, that's hardly fair. We're not dead. You're just flipping the table over. It is what it is. You're dead. Finished. Over. All right. Fine. This whole thing's a frustrating mess anyways. We're better off with a fresh start. I'll see you two next time.
Chapter 3, The Eye of the Needle. Yeah, these chapters are definitely different titles. And her name
On a
was
path
Saitama.
in the If you weren't so damn focused on freeing her, we wouldn't have died back there. You're strong, but you're bullheaded. This isn't a fight, it's a puzzle.
And now we've got
She's
3 voices
stronger
in our
than
heads.
us, but we can use that to our advantage. I hate puzzles. Yeah, of course you do. I've never done a puzzle myself, but anything that doesn't get us beaten to death is good in my book. What do you have in mind?
Is the narrator also these voices?
Same
Because
thing as last time.
he's a great
Only
voice
we'll
actor.
Be smarter about it. We're getting her out of there. After that, we're seeing what happens. Are you insane? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If she gets out of here, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Enlighten me then. I have no memory of meeting you, but you've clearly seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. You'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. So where does that leave us? It leaves us exactly where we started, and where I'm sure you've already been before. The princess, left unhindered, will bring about the end of the world. You have to put a stop to her. And the only way to do that is to slay her. But we didn't stop her last time. We died. Yet here we are in a world unended. A different world unended, to be sure, but there's still solid ground beneath our feet. What the hell are you going on about? Even if he isn't lying, reality clearly continues to be real. So I
like
want
this
to
guy.
see what happens when she leaves. I think we all need to see the truth. You absolutely do not need to see that. I've already told you the truth, and the only thing to see after she leaves is the end of everything. It's not worth it. Screw it. I'm sick of this smug asshole telling us what to do. If you need help busting her out of there,
You just
I'm
joined my
your
Discord.
man.
The name is very creative, not gonna lie. Right? I reckon it's pretty cool. And also the picture. I thought it was very creative. I haven't really done much to the Discord though, so if you have ideas to improve it, let me know.
Welcome aboard.
I'm not
And
a
if things
big
go bad once we get
Discord
her out of the
community
cabin,
person. I don't really
well,
use
at
it
least you'll
for
be able to get the
communities.
fight you wanted. The rest of you had better keep those two in check. They're far along the edge of a dangerous path. Don't let them go any further.
Oh, this gets fucking boring though, I'm not gonna lie. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well go through with this. What if we don't agree? We haven't talked about it enough. Yeah, let's just fucking proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
There'll be time for that later. For now, you...
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone
Can I
walls,
speed?
the blade is
No,
your
I can't.
implement. You'll need...
But there's nowhere to go in here. This is just a hallway with a mirror.
A mirror? But there isn't a mirror here. There's the eye. Does he really...
Or maybe what we see as a mirror, he sees as a door.
It is a door.
We're
And
fucking
before you ask,
speedrunning
no,
this
it's not
now.
a mirror-shaped door. The object at the end of this room is both door-shaped and a door. There shouldn't be any room for misinterpretation.
Who cares what it is? Take it.
Take it. Let's take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the altar. It will be difficult.
Good. Wouldn't want to be pushed around without a way to push back. And she likes when we come.
She definitely likes it when we push back.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement,
Yabba daboo. Thanks for the follow.
hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there. It's right in front of you.
This really is just like last time. Can you really not see the mirror? Or is pretending it doesn't exist another one of your rules?
There isn't.
Is it a rule to say that there isn't a mirror?
Alright,
I'm
let's,
inclined to
let's
agree,
fucking,
but
let's
just
just wipe
smash
this
it.
mirror. Should we wipe it this time or should we smash it?
You reach forward
This is
and
wipe it.
drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show.
The team.
I know you can
Welcome,
do
bro.
better than that.
Yeah, you are a bit late. You didn't really
She
miss out on
hasn't
much, to
changed
be
as
honest.
much as she did the time before.
This is kind of
She
boring.
still wants a
I thought
fight,
this would be a
which
good
means
game
we
for Mother's
still
Day.
know her.
Um,
We can use that to our advantage.
But there's a whole lot of dialogue, which obviously it was meant to be, but it was a better idea in my head. If you want to fight, then how about come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Don't worry about the chains. I've got a plan. Yeah, we'll just have to get her to break them.
Let's continue to the basement.
With
I reckon
nowhere
she
to
looks
go
even
but
uglier now.
down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot.
We best remember how to get back up. The last thing we want is to be stuck between a wall and a raging devil.
Or does she look the same?
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow
Jesus.
tunnel. The princess,
Her boobs got bigger
imposing
too.
and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand.
Yeah, she's a fucking
How
freak.
thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
If we're trying to break her out, I doubt she'll come willingly. We'll have to use ourselves as bait. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way to get us both out. And we need to see what happens when she leaves the cabin. You know what? I should have tried to intervene earlier because I can't let you do that. I won't tough shit. We're the ones in control here. It's not the... Yeah, doesn't feel nice to be yanked around against your will, does it?
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do.
Hey, I don't exactly want to fight you again.
So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
You're a fucking freak. We can always fight when we're done, but let's talk. Not down here. If you want me, you'll have to come and get me. If you want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need someone with more space. Why don't we want to be free? I'm not fighting you. Step closer. Hey, if you want a good fight, then let's go outside, bitch.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you?
Nah.
You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes,
Oh
the
shit, here
princess
she comes.
rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Something like a little misfortune might have been a better narrative fit for you. I see this person doesn't skip leg day.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Damn, this girl's
We're
like
planning on
fucking
it.
obsessed with me now.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your
She's
grasp
gonna grab
and
us before we can
infinitely
reach the door.
distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
You continue to the door. It'd be a real shame if it were stuck. Don't listen to him. Locks are nothing, just barrel through. No!
Free her?
Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You bastard. You glance
Oh,
back
here
at
she
the
comes.
cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. So, this is what the end looks like.
What is this place? Where are we? This doesn't feel right. It's cold. Why is it so cold?
Because you're not wearing
I
anything
feel
warm.
so
You're wearing a
tired.
fucking dress and no panties. Oh, it's that hand again. You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave.
She's
Remember
gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I feel like the whole point of this is kind of
Where's
like
that
get
mirror?
all the different endings
Why
so
is
that
it
there's a
here? Why
hands can
now?
get all the princesses. Approach the mirror. You approach the
This-
mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels...
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Screw the mirror. We just...
Gaze into the reflection. Let's go speak to that fucking alien thing again. Cosmic entity. You've grown. TP again? I reckon. Back in the long quiet. I'm at the cabin. There we go. It's this thing again.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and
I honestly don't really care. Can you give me a
I'm
straight answer?
sorry. Words are the
Shut the fuck up.
vessels you choose.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you. When I go back, blah blah blah. This is too much fucking reading. I don't like fucking reading. This is probably why I find this game that I'm starting to find this pretty boring. How many vessels do I need to bring?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow, and the task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. No, fuck no. Clearly... Oh, now we can attack the entity. Let's do that. But nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Yeah. I don't really care about all of these questions. So let's just... I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
And we're back at chapter 1.
You're on a path.
Alright, we've fucking seen all of this. Let's continue to the cabin.
You make your way up.
Let's not pick up the knife this time. Let's just enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you. Let's fucking
Wait, really?
manipulate her.
You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to
Yeah,
get her
that's
to
what I'm trying
lower
to
her
do.
guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
What's up, shorty?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like
Oh,
I
shut up,
am
hero.
begging you to stay focused?
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains...
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name? I don't know anything about you. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? Do I really fucking care about any of this? Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. Let's ask her what she's been eating.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but... Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
That
She has to
thumbnail
eat,
is
right?
wild. I was hoping that it would fucking bait people into joining the stream. Yeah, I honestly don't care about any of these questions. Let's just get out of
You're
here.
only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nah.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't any key, do you have any ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh
Is
shit.
someone else here?
We're stuck here now.
You try
Try
the
to
door,
open the door, but it's
but
locked.
it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met. You're here to slay the princess.
Alright, let's go back downstairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Her boobs definitely got smaller when she's a princess like this.
She barely hesitates
Oh,
before
Jesus.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone,
She's a
a sound
fucking
comes
freak.
from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Should we actually slay the princess? Yeah, let's fucking kill her this time.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's
Biting right
back.
through the bone is wild.
Finally,
Fucking let's just kill
the
her.
wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole
Yeah,
time?
she was evil.
The princess pushes away from you,
She's
the
still got
motion
strength.
ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets
She's
your
fucking
eyes with the
possessed.
ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the princess.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Give up, finish the job, run for the stairs and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. I feel like she's gonna pull off some fucking roundhouse kick if we try to finish the job again. Let's run for the stairs this time.
The princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing she can do to stop you from getting out of here. What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so much more dangerous than I thought she... You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. For now. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading
How
it
many
with the heavy
options are
wooden
in this
table
game?
that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She's a fucking devil.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you. Ignore her and go to sleep. She would just ignore and go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is
If this was a
ajar.
horror game, this would
Its
actually
lock
be pretty
broken,
good.
and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but... Whose side are you on?
She's ghost.
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a
Damn, feels
time,
freaky.
cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here.
Yeah, it is
We
listed
could
as
have done
psychological horror.
such wonderful things together.
But like, I'm talking about like a proper horror game.
Your lungs
Rather than like a
stop
novel.
drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark,
And you die.
and you die.
The nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
We've fucking seen all of this. Alright, let's just keep continuing.
She will lie. I don't think he doesn't.
Proceed. Oh, we've got another voice. Voice of paranoia.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, The blade is your implement. Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle
Really
to
nice
get the
choice.
job
It
done.
is a very interesting game. I just hate that there's so much
deep breath
dialogue
in,
and reading.
Deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Let's just completely ignore the mirror and completely ignore the blade this time. And just enter the basement.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favors. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
So she was a devil, and then she was like
Come back?
a demon before,
She must have you confused
and now
with
she's a
someone
fucking
else.
ghost.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
I'm gonna talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can't do it. I can do it. Step off the void. What if we step off the void? Let's just step off the void. Step off into the void. Oh,
You
no, we
attempt
can't.
to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force.
I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end
Left
of the
and
room,
right.
they diverge in opposite directions. Left. She could be anywhere, and there's... Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here.
I don't want
Please
to die.
stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go...
I'm gonna find you. All right, let's just do nothing, cause she's gonna find us anyways, right?
You decide it's best.
There you
Oh,
are.
there she is.
I told you I was going to find you.
She's a
As the
ghost
princess
now.
approaches,
Ghost
your
princess.
legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart. Lungs. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Again, your eyes shoot open.
I'm actually
as you
kind of
gasp
fucking
for
cold
breath.
wearing this dress. Where's my jumper?
Liver. Nerves.
Can't decide what you want to do, can
Where is my
you?
jumper?
Liver. Nerves. Heart.
Hey, bless.
Nerves.
Rare streamer. What's up, man?
Lungs.
Welcome.
Nerves.
You just missed out. I'll just show you my outfit before I put my jumper on because it's fucking cold now.
Heart.
Happy Mother's Day, bro.
Liver. Nerves.
Ugh.
Lungs.
Oh well, standing there gasping like
I
a
need
fish is more fun than
pants
dance.
as well.
Even if you look ridiculous.
Nerves. Heart. Lungs. She isn't attacking us. Liver. Why?
Chocolate pants.
Why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Lungs. Liver. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. Liver.
When Leanna
Doesn't
dressed
matter
for
whose
Flash.
fault it is because fighting her
Hope
isn't
you like
an
what you
option
saw.
right now. Liver. Nerves. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Liver. Nerves.
Oh, this game is fucking boring. There's so much dialogue.
Liver.
Why won't you finish me off? Hey, why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static.
I'm dead.
And then...
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerve. You're back. Lungs, liver,
One moment,
heart,
and then you're
lungs,
gone.
liver, nerves,
Just
heart,
like
lungs, liver,
that.
Oh, shit's getting real now.
And there's the fear.
heart. She pulls away. Nerves,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
nerves,
I've already done that.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies, we can work together. I'm not doing anything, any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst. Remain with your nightmare. Fine, you win, I'll let you live. I'll let you leave. Let's just fucking remain with your nightmare.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Oh, she
You
cried.
don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Is a great bit of for my cycling workout right now. Fuck, I don't know how you're doing cardio. I don't know how
lonely
people do
soul in a
cardio. It's
room
fucking
by
so
itself,
boring and hard.
weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. You can't keep
Fucking
going.
this
What are you
game.
talking about?
He doesn't
Oops,
respond.
I think I broke you.
Fuck the
I'll see you
narrator.
soon. You'll know what to do.
It's already been 4 hours since I've started this workout. I'm exhausted. How are you cycling for 4 hours? That is crazy. My slow brain can't keep up with the story. Honestly,
We're on a
yeah,
path
it's kind of confusing.
in the- Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
My theory for this game is that this fucking... There's a princess in like different parallel universes, right? And there's this entity that wants different princesses to develop personality, I think. That's my theory.
There was a princess.
How much longer of
I think.
cardio do you have? 'Cause this is
It's
crazy.
all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I guess. It feels so long ago, almost. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to
This
slay
game is
her.
fucking making me sleepy though.
Slay. We decided not to do that. Didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling.
Oh, there's a lot of voices
How many
now.
times do I have to tell you to snuff out your... We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her. So we have to... Can we love something that...
Oh, what happened?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would... Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Hey, how you going? Help you grow your rear delt, and maybe you should sign up to my Train With Me programs, dude.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
That's a good question. How many times have you all been here? What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all...
I feel so disjointed. Proceed to the cabin. There's only one way. The only way out is to do nothing. So nothing I will do. Getting back to his earlier questions, how many times have you all been here?
Many times.
Do I play Apex? I used to play Apex. Never really got too into it though. And I haven't really gotten into competitive games since it just takes so much fucking
It feels
time.
like we've been
and
here
effort.
forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just... It won't. It will be for us. You're part of everything.
Let's
There's no
fucking
difference
skip through
between...
this dialogue. But that doesn't make sense. Yeah, let's just proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make
I haven't
your
played
way
Hogwarts
through the
Legacy
umbral
yet, though,
forest,
actually.
bumping
I was
against
planning to play it.
unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward.
That came out before I got
But
my
eventually,
current gaming
you
PC,
do make it
so I
to the
wasn't
cabin.
able to play it.
Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be She's still here. But just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others.
What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? Let's just approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to smash it.
She's on the other side. And we have...
It's the only way we can just go around. Just do something.
Alright, let's fucking proceed.
Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to
Hey,
have
Noel,
to be a
how you
little
going?
more specific.
If I'm skinny fat, should I cut or bulk? I think you should just... I mean, it's a bit of a hard one. If you're pretty light, then I wouldn't cut because you're probably going to become very, very light. I think you should just fucking focus on going on maintenance or a slight surplus and then just build muscle for the next 2-3 years.
That's a new one. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the blade is your implement. You'll take
Yeah, this
it.
game's fucking boring.
It's the only...
You have to take the blade. There's only one way
You
forward.
reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep. You lean over the hole and gaze deep in the bowels of the earth.
It's the princess again.
You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
Thanks, man. You're really motivating, and your voice makes my third leg pumped. Love you, me too. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
It's, she's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
Oh, she's coming.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose.
Fuck this
Don't
game
try to
a bit more.
resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Oh, well, I guess we can't fucking choose anything else.
You extend your hand to hers.
She wants you,
For
bro.
all her
I know.
past
She's been wanting me this
cruelties,
entire
the
game.
moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way.
Oh, she's coming out.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
And then the hands will grab her again.
Why is it so cold?
You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory test. Actually,
gone.
I think we should try to kill the princess
Yeah,
so that
I
this
can
thing
finally
doesn't
think
fucking
again.
get
that mirror's back.
the princesses when it leaves the cabin.
What does that
if
mean
that
for
makes
us?
sense.
I'm sure it'll be whisked away. Maybe it won't be gone. Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally.
Oh, will you stop with...
What do we say, boy?
Yeah, seems we've got a magic...
Let's fucking approach the mirror. I think I know what to do. We actually have to try to fucking kill the princess properly.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line.
It feel the fear.
I'm done.
Maya, the game. I'll be fine. I'm just... Boy.
Silence as you reach forward, they go on once again. The mirror makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Hey, I think we should try to prevent this thing from grabbing all of the princesses. I think that's the main goal of this story.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my
I
attention. All
don't...
of
Everything this
me-
thing says doesn't fucking make sense. I don't really care.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. I will regret destroying you if...
Fuck you. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective eliminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
How many more vessels do I need to bring?
We will know when we...
So do you have any precedents? You don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow? Do you know what happens when the world, or to the worlds we leave? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A
I
doll,
got it.
do
Actually, I
not
don't give a
mourn
fuck.
her. She has finally found her way home.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Alright, we're gonna fucking properly kill this princess. What if we just turn around and leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and...
Actually, yeah, let's actually leave. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. I'm actually okay with the world ending. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Oh, we're back here.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Turn around and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting. Your silence is
And
deafening.
then we go back to the cabin.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh yeah, well I guess just start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right
Let's just
now
fucking go.
that you're making. And here we go. As you trudge, at first it's little flickers out of the corner of your. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility. You've doomed us all. You know that, right? You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters.
Fucking... Oh, we didn't even see the princess this time.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that, you're here to slay her.
So what if we just... If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just gonna stay in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further.
Oh, fuck this bitch. Alright, let's... Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. A warning. Before you go in, she will lie. If we're stuck
heard
going
this
in, ignore
so
him.
many times.
He's just being difficult for the sake. Let's keep... The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table. The blade is your imp. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You can't just listen.
Alright,
to And if you're,
I'm fucking gonna skip all of this dialogue. Holy shit, there's just so much fucking dialogue.
Obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. Okay. Good. Now, whenever you're ready.
Approach the mirror, take the blade. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Enter the basement. Oh, do we just enter the basement without the blade? Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the... Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really... How are we supposed to hold it? The other way. Thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just
Hold the blade the other way.
switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Now it looks cool.
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess.
Throw it out the window. Approach the mirror. Should we throw the blade out the window? Let's throw the blade out the window.
Ah, yes! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. What's done is done.
Alright, let's enter the basement. Ignore the mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable... Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Kill.
No, thank you.
This is the first time we've met her in
Oh,
this.
don't be such a
run.
baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. We don't even have... But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is...
Hey, Gek.
we
Thanks
know
for the
one
follow.
thing for sure.
Welcome to
What's that?
a very boring game. It's just not too bad.
The fate of the
but it's a
world
lot of
hinges on your
fucking
success.
reading.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Let's take the center stairs.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions. Each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, you concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Oh, and we're back at the cabin. Wait, what's happening?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as... What the hell was that? What
Oh,
happened
and we're
to
back.
us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still... Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess,
Agreed. Let's
eyes
fucking kill this
bright
bitch
but
for
otherwise
real.
shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't
Actually have
forget
to kill
why
her
you're
this time.
here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, you're here to...
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. Getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. You're apparently a threat to the world. I guess we can just ask her what her name is. It's not like she's gonna tell us.
Princess. You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but...
Oh.
Until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the... It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen.
So much
Whatever you saw
fucking
last time,
reading.
unsee it. Whatever thoughts we... Oh, new plan. Let's see if...
Alright, let's try and free her. Think about the time you threw this.
Wait.
Just choose this one.
That's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread.
All these voices in our
a
heads. Yeah,
confident
this game is getting
stride.
confusing, isn't it?
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Damn, what a
You
mind
can
fuck.
feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No, you just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Oh, man, there's that hand thing again. Fuck. We were meant to kill her. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Is that a...
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's just going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Look, yeah, don't look at it.
It's not the end. Whatever's going on the other side is nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. You're not
Approach the mirror. I mean, this is apparently meant to be a 3-hour game. Even though I'm meant to finish at 2, like, I just can't even finish this game. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. We're back in the long quiet. Let's fucking finish this game.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet.
And is this
Do
fucking
you
thing
know
again?
what we'll find out?
Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical.
fucking-
I'm asking.
Fuck this thing. How many more vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
I think we're near the
And
end of
then
the game.
gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
We have to fucking kill this princess.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Fucking speedrun this shit.
You're on a path.
Alright, let's... Oh, we can't even turn around now. Alright, let's continue through the cabin.
You make your way up.
Let's take the blade
You take the blade.
and enter the basement. Hi, just checking in on you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
What? No way.
There's a heavy
Why would
chain
you think
around
that?
her
Okay,
wrist,
yeah, you call me. I'm
binding
here to
her
slay
to
you.
the far wall.
I haven't
of the
decided yet. I'm
basement.
just here to talk. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just...
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide
So if we
what
choose
we
the
want
same
to do
options, it's going to
after
give us
we
the same
talk to her.
princess.
Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone...
Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. We'll be fine.
Let's
I don't know
pretend
what you're
to
hoping
free
to
her.
accomplish here, but I can assure you...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
How would I get you out of here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around. Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge. She isn't suggesting what I think she is.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that.
Now, why are you here to kill me? I have my reasons. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
And yet, you hesitated the moment you saw me. And you dropped your knife. If killing me was really that so, someone put you up to this, right? And whoever it is, it's probably...
That's a fair question. Who chained her in this basement? And if she's... Don't give away the game, and don't let her distract you.
I'm right, aren't I? So who put you up to this?
Do you know why I'm here to
Do
kill
you? So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But
Fucking... I feel like all this dialogue is
She...
useless.
Again, she...
Oh, have you just...
You know...
Examine the chains.
Oh, you have to be kidding. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them... They're large and heavy, far too solid...
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
Doubtful. Whoever locked
I
the
don't like this
princess
princess
away down
personality.
here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key...
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? Maybe the key's still lying around. Let's go up, check
I'll be
upstairs.
here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door... Is someone else here?
Oh, but it's locked.
You try the door here. You're
And then there's
showered.
nothing. We've done this before.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
And now she's just gonna
I
bite her
heard the
wrist.
door slam. They locked the knife. Pick it up and cut me out of...
You won't like what happens if...
Alright, I guess we're saving the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive,
Surely we can just kill her
unyielding
now,
chain.
though, right?
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, I guess
Wait,
we're gonna kill her.
this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I actually just want to kill her.
The
but I can't this
blade.
time.
Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your
Oh,
rigid
she's gonna fucking
hands.
kill me.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark.
And you
And
die. And
You're
we're back
on
here.
a path. You're here.
Alright, let's fucking continue.
Oh, she will... No, just...
I just want to fucking finish this game now.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. The only... the
Alright,
blade...
let's fucking take the blade again
Good idea.
and enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the
Oh, now she
stairs
got
and
multiple
lock
chains.
eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall join. Should we be worried about... Why would you be worried about her restraints? Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat?
I'm losing
The
touch
two of
with
us should
reality.
chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? Leave the princess in the basement. Let's just... Oh, should we actually slay her this time? I feel like we should kill her. For real. Yeah, let's just kill her.
Without a moment of hesitation, you charge the princess, your blade primed to deliver a lethal
Is it the wrong
strike.
choice?
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
As you move to strike the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Oh, I just got that fucking... I forgot she was an MMA fucking world
In an
champion.
instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Drop it, or you die.
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us. Just listen to her. Do what she says.
How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have
Slay the
to steal
princess.
your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands,
The MMA
ignoring
champ
the
back at it
stars
again.
dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you.
I'm pretty
But a
confident we have to
single
actually fucking
focused
kill
blow
her.
was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart.
So that thing can't take the princess. Surely.
The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge. Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Nab, how you going? Welcome to the nicest story. Story at.
I don't like this. It was too easy.
It was not too easy. We almost died.
That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably.
Surely I got the good
Let's
ending
just
for
get
this.
out
Because
of
we
here. I
actually
don't like
slayed the
looking at her
princess.
body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward.
You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises?
It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone, and especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel
No, she's still alive.
exposed
I bet
without
you.
it.
With your
Oh,
work
never mind.
done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant...
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just the door. Check.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Hellbringer, how you going, bro?
Only a world saved
Rest
from certain
in
doom
less peace.
isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast
But if everything's gone, this is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
Okay.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
like hell it is.
That's bullshit. Let us out of here. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning
So the
of
narrator was the bad guy.
eternity.
Is this the bad ending?
Your
Maybe it
reward.
is.
Like
I don't
just
know.
told you.
Surely not.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or
I feel like that
months
alien at
or
the fucking
years
other
or
thing was
even
the
decades.
bad guy.
It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. What do you suggest I do? I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to accept my reward. I don't fucking know what to choose. I'm going to accept my reward.
Great. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning.
He's just...
The voices' protestations fall. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence.
Slay
Though
yourself is
words
crazy.
like eventually and pass
Hey, I ain't gonna do
ceased
that.
to have any meaning to you long before that shift. You simply exist.
Good ending. You saved everyone.
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
We still have a blade. Let's use...
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Is there really no other way? Because I don't want to use the blade on myself.
If it makes it easier for you.
Give the blade to the voice of the septic. Yeah.
All
let's
right.
do it.
I'll make this quick.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
Yeah, fine. The little voice raises the pristine blade to your throat and cuts it open. You rapidly bleed out and then you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Oh, and now it's chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods. See? That wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things.
Surely
Bit
this is
by
the good
bit,
ending.
We're starting to unravel this place. There are so many more threads to pull once you stop. That's a little dark, buddy. I'm feeling nothing. He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific rigor. So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? It's our third. Your open discussions. You came around on that awful fast. Have you just... I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used... That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but and now she's dead. And I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave. You already slew her? And you survived? Yes. Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why? Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was
This
a
is
suitable
actually kind of
reward.
interesting. As much as I want to finish this.
Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy. We weren't. We were bored. You were bored? I was just unhappy. There were still answers that we needed to find. It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything. How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us? The world doesn't stay saved if you die. And if the world isn't saved, then that means she isn't dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting?
I think slew is a
assumed
word.
she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's
I'm
not.
pretty sure it's an actual definition. Oh,
There's
like
only
it's
one
actually
way
got
to
a
find out.
dictionary definition.
We should go see her.
It wasn't raining last time. We haven't talked enough. I don't really care about these explore options. Whatever happens next, it seems like our answers are in the cabin.
I'm sure you've already heard my words
Hey,
of warning in one of
like,
your
I'm kind of over
past
this game, but I
lives.
kind of want to see what the actual
You've
ending
already
is.
managed to slay her once, just...
Like,
Don't muck
I'm
it
meant to
up this
finish
time,
streams in
alright?
2 hours, but I was like, let's fucking finish this game. It's only meant to be like 3 hours long.
What we do is entirely up to us. And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right? You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world. That's what you say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us. Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world. Why? Because...
Why?
Because we should.
Why?
I don't
Reminds me
know.
of that meme.
It's important. Is it? Yes. I think. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real. Of course it's real. But maybe we... This is horribly unproductive.
Alright, let's continue to the fucking cabin. Stop bickering.
As soon as you enter the cabin, you're struck by an overwhelming
That's the
scent of
fucking ghost.
decay, of mold and
It's the
death
princess.
and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze, but you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. Is that her? It's like she isn't even there. See? We killed her. You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly does. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you
There
all
are
plan this
11
out before
fucking
dying?
endings to this.
There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the
Am I
table,
near
and
the
the
end?
pristine blade. Huh.
Wait, no, I think the endings are like every time you kill the princess and shit like that. Not like proper endings, right? Surely.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too? Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place is I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Alright. Let's
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in... It's so hazy. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. Yeah, we can see it now. So much for our reflection. We didn't know way left to go.
and go to the basement.
The door to the basement groans open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your
Hello, how you
skin in
going?
layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows. There she is again. Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment.
I'm sorry about last time. Is there anyone there? Blah blah blah. I don't really care about these other options.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body
Ain't she
floating
dead?
face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mo, she isn't dead. You clearly just believe her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead?
What other
She
games
is
you want to
clearly
stream in the
conscious.
future?
She clearly
Honestly,
just slammed the door
I'm
on
pretty
you,
open.
and she
I think we're
clearly
currently playing
has a
Resident
weapon.
Evil at the moment,
Your
so I kind of just want to
pristine
finish that
blade
game.
sticking
Just
out of
because
her
it is
chest.
a pretty good game.
This is extremely bad.
But I think for now,
Catastrophic
like,
even.
especially to kind of
Yeah,
get used to
dead or
streaming
not, what we're
and to
supposed
keep
to
it
do
entertaining
about
and
it?
grow this channel, I
Slaying
feel like horror
or
games are like
destroying, if
the
we want
most
to be a little
entertaining.
more death neutral, Seems off the table.
This isn't necessarily a horror game though. I thought this was just a cool game for Mother's Day, but now it's just kind of boring.
Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything.
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Oh, she's talking now. Let me out. Blah blah. All these explore options are just, I guess, backstory stuff, right? Why did you close the door?
But she doesn't answer your question. You hear that trickling sound? It is. And it's, oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned. Bad, I bet. I don't think dying ever. Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How?
I'm going to drown. What's wrong with you? I don't want this. I only killed you after you killed me first. We're even now.
Pathetic.
The water is rising faster now. It's flowing in from some unseen place, and judging by the height of the algae on the stairs, it has no intention of stopping anytime soon. You feel it. Are you really just going to... Yeah, let's think. It's coming from some... Does it really matter where it's... Yes, it's some...
Alright,
yes.
there's so much fucking dialogue. Let's rush for the blade.
The princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs. But you don't... The door bursts open, a powerful wave of water crashing down towards you. You're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall.
Oh, we did.
You come to a moment later, suspended in darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water
slow,
and the
I reckon,
emptiness
right?
above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching inside. It's so dark and cold.
Alright,
I think
let's
our lips
skip
just
through
keep
this a little bit.
breathing. Or we won't. But you don't have time to figure anything out. You're dragged under, only able to take one last... As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather, you see her.
Oh.
The body you found floating
It's the
when you
princess.
first arrived. Its hand is locked around your ankle. The
She
heavy
looks the best
chains
there.
pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. I get it. We shouldn't have killed her. Just the past is the past. And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think, like we should have been doing. But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again.
Your lungs fill with water, the same way mine filled with blood. In the end, we're not so different.
And we did. Oh, and then the thing ends up fucking grabbing her anyways. But your lungs don't feel, nor will they ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns. It's meant to be
Where
some
did she go?
fucking cosmic entity.
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
Alright, let's just approach the mirror.
This.
You're right.
Ignore.
And surely this is the last one. I'm pretty sure the thing said we only needed one more vessel. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see a figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection.
I
Are
think
you
you
me?
know what I am.
Oh, it's the narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass. And then another crack formed, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Wow, what's happening now? So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me? I don't really fucking care. Destroy the mirror. What is the princess?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task.
I'm
you
so
will
fucking
still have a
confused.
chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? I don't even know what to fucking press. I don't give a fuck. There's too many fucking reading. Let's just destroy the mirror. I have played Undertale. It was a great game. Yeah, this was a very fucking... Well, this had overwhelmingly positive reviews. That's why I chose it. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. I don't fucking get what's going on. Start making out with the narrator. Oh yeah, I could. I would if I could. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to hear, to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Yeah, it's that thing. I feel like I got the bad ending.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Oh, but she's naked.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your name. When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
I don't know what the fuck is
So,
going on.
will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Oh, now I have a fucking choice? Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Let's talk this through. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. If you were always going to become this, then what was I doing? No, what was the point of me doing anything? Slay the princess. The whole point of the game is slay the princess. I think we should just fucking slay this princess and finish this game. She's a god now.
I know, and I've been waiting for you to see it through.
Yeah, let's fucking kill this bitch.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't
Oh
it?
god.
If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it.
The boss fight. We're gonna kill her.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from
Yeah,
the dark
I've
corners
honestly
of
no
a
idea what's
forgotten
going on.
place, flooded by emotions left unspoken. The tide rises. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed.
fuck is
for a
going
moment
on?
in time. It is a seed for a new beginning.
My brain isn't big enough to
To
understand what's
linger
going
An
on.
ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
Reject her authority, argue your independence. But I've existed without you. Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. I don't fucking know. Appeal to your shared humanity. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since I don't know what to choose. Is that Freddy Fazbear? Argue your independence.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no
I loved you
contrast.
once in time.
And without contrast, you have no shape. My mass is mobbing. There is no beginning to them, and
I
there is no
have no
end.
idea what
There
the
is,
fuck is
but
going
in
on.
the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again.
I don't fucking reject her. Stop the fight early and surrender. Reject her.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are.
Shut up.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrible. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me. And I am. Could you bear
She's fucking
the
desperate
weight
now,
of an eternity alone?
We have to keep
Do you
rejecting it.
dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Yes. Continue to argue your independence. Continue to reject her perspective. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those who hold captive. What are the woods? What is the cabin? What is the time we spent apart, if not me existing? Let's just fucking reject her perspective.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any.
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want you run, and you run far. And the flesh, I didn't know what to make of my freedom, but you challenged me. And by challenging me, you gave me purpose. A life with...
I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna fucking choose random shit. I'm really not sure anymore.
Is a person? Is it their body? A person is not a body.
I'm too
Death
fucking
is a
small brained for this
transformation into something
intellectual
new.
argument.
It is only bodies that fear it.
You reject suffering and fucking whatever.
I reject the narrow.
As the clash between you and the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win?
I've actually
Or
got a
are you
headache
just
looking
that
at this.
fervent in how you cling to delusion? Are you so desperate to destroy me that you've grown blind to the heavenly beauty of our reality? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Alright,
There is no constant.
fucking
You
shut
cannot
up.
remove some. Open your.
She seems to have a cute face. It's easier to believe in the things you believe in when you can see it above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I have to fight for a better world. I'm sorry. You are cruelty itself and cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you be free. You've done everything you can. I don't fucking know, guys. I don't freaking know. Let's just kill her.
Oh, then destroy me if you're able.
You don't have to face her alone.
I can do this alone. Where's everyone else? How are you supposed to help me? I thought voices weren't allowed here. I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in...
Let's just say
It's good to be here.
I'm happy
Seems like
here.
you've been doing all right on your own, but I don't think you can strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there.
It's time to resume our...
She's relentless, isn't she?
Yes.
Then let's go.
So what the fuck are we doing? Is the game nearly finished yet?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to do...
No. Let's take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more
I
options
know.
than not.
I really just want to finish this. It's been 3
Stairs.
hours.
Do you remember the first time we were here?
If the game just
First
handed
time
you a
we
gun
heard
and
her
started an
voice.
Elden Ring boss fight, I wouldn't be surprised. I think I would prefer that.
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Let's.
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is.
Hey, you dead, bitch.
Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out.
So yo.
Despite our differences, I've always loved you.
Yeah, I know, you're a fucking freak.
And I wish you nothing but the best.
You're into this shit. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself, but the world hasn't ended. Things continue
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
on. No, she's not. A small part of her is with us. Why is this so fucking sentimental? Just leave the fucking cabin. Let's get out of here. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path in the woods outside an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free? I have no idea what's going on. That's sad, she didn't even punch back. Hey, what happened to the UFC champion? You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted, crumpled, bound, in agonizing tension to an infinite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing. I don't. There's so much fucking reading.
He's gone. She's gone.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new
It's
world.
finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is
Bruh,
grit
I
and
wanted to finish an
determination.
hour ago, but this game just didn't finish. I think we're finally
We
finished.
did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more absolute
I think this is like
reality.
the end of the game.
Who would have
Fucking
thought there
finally.
was really a world outside of us? And the whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering.
That wasn't very hard to speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order. I hope this was all worth it. Lucky for us, you have forever to get up. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Here, here.
It's good to be back.
I don't give a fuck about this dialogue.
We can do that.
Well, that was the fucking end of the game. I still don't understand what was going on. Like, I don't know what happened. My brain is too small to understand the ending. Is it over? I'm fucking glad it's over. But I have no idea what happened. So, like, do you guys understand what the fuck happened? Because I definitely don't. And this game got overwhelmingly positive reviews because everyone's fucking way bigger brain than us. All I got from that was we got choked out by Dommy Mummy several times. Happy Mother's Day. Literally. What the fuck actually happened? I don't understand. Happy Mother's Day. That's fucking what happened, I guess. That was... Hey, well... Toe reveal. Nah, I'm just kidding, you fucking freak. I'm done. I am fucking tired. That was we're over 1 hour. We're meant to finish at 2. Well done, you haven't given up. Yeah, honestly, I got nothing out of that game. But I'm glad you guys stayed to watch the finale. Oh shit, what's happening? We're gonna see your ending. Yeah, it was very repetitive, wasn't it? Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. You deserve the proper celebration. Hey, she didn't even, like, take off her clothes or anything. Like, what the fuck's going on? That was a nice stream. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Well, hope you guys have a good Mother's Day, though. Take a shot of Muscle Nation energy. This video was brought to you by Muscle Nation. Good night, dude. Thanks for staying up to watch this game. And thanks for sitting here for 3 hours while we played this fucking boring game. Next week we're back at Resident Evil. I just want to finish Resident Evil as well before we move on to a new game. But yeah, so I'll see you guys next week if you tune in. We'll just be chilling. Some came late, but I guess we all enjoyed every last second. Thank you, really appreciate it. Take a shot. I don't have any alcohol at the moment. But yeah, love you guys. Happy Mother's Day if it's Mother's Day for you as well. But I'll see you